Hi, my name is Rachel Roberts. I'm currently a 7th grade English Language Arts teacher at Seaman Middle School in Topeka, Kansas. Prior to teaching middle school, I was a 5th grade teacher for 3 years, so I just finished up my 4th consecutive year of teaching, one being in the middle school, 3 in the elementary setting. I'm a mom to an 18-month-old boy, so we're having a lot of fun this summer. He's keeping us very busy. My husband's also a teacher, too, for Perry-LeCompton School District, so in the summer, we recharge, and in the school year, it's school all the time, school on the brain, and you know how that goes. So, for my extracurricular activities, I currently do the after-school academic program at my middle school. We have a program for struggling learners who can stay and get tutoring help with teachers. I do that program simply because it's allowing me to spend more time with my son. We get off at about 4:30 with that program, and so I get to pick him up from daycare a little bit earlier than if I were coaching, which is something I plan on doing once he's a little bit older. But for now, we do the after-school program, and that's been helpful for a lot of my students. I'm also part of our advisory committee, so we are starting an advisory section section next year. We used to do seminar once a week, and we're transitioning to an advisory period every day at the end of the school day. And so the committee is meeting to decide how that's going to look, how we're going to integrate some of our social emotional standards, what other digital citizenship lessons we want to include, how to meet with our students to talk about their success with school, and that type of thing. So I'm part of that as well. My leadership experience is not exactly extensive. This is only my 4th year teaching, and so one of my professional goals is to be more involved in our leadership communities at school. I'd love to be on the building leadership team or an MTSS team, but as somebody fairly new to the school, it was my first year in the middle school, I haven't had that opportunity yet. However, I do participate in our student intervention teams. We have a team set up at our middle school, and so we collaborate every day and talk about those types of things, types of student needs. I'm also part of a blended learning community, so I've been going to trainings to learn to be a blended learning teacher, and I'll use that to help become a trainer for my district for blended learning. So that's something I'm pretty excited about. But yeah, my professional goals is just to continue to build on my leadership experience, and obviously that's why I'm excited to begin this program, because I think that's going to be very helpful in pushing me out of my comfort zone and getting me more involved in my school in a way I'd like to be. Why I want to be an administrator, I think eventually I'd like to be an administrator. I want to get into coaching first, where our district utilizes instructional coaches, and so that's my first goal. Eventually, I would like to be an administrator. The reason I've been steered towards administration is just because I've had 3 administrators in the last 4 years. When I was in the elementary, my first year, our school closed due to small numbers and consolidation and that kind of thing. And our administrator there was very passive, I guess. He just didn't have a strong leadership style, and so I saw how that affected our school in that way. And then when we consolidated with a different school, our administrator was a totally different personality. She was very assertive, and it made our climate feel a lot different there as well. Now at the middle school level, our administrators are fantastic. Our building administrator is Annie Diedrich, and she's won several awards for her administrative style. She's very relaxed. She gives us a lot of professional courtesy, and she lets us use our own judgment. She is very organized, and things, she's always ready to talk if you need her. She always has your back. She's just fantastic to work for. She believes in us as teachers, and then also as family, like our family dynamic. So she's always willing to let us go be with our families and that type of thing. She just trusts us a lot as professionals. And my assistant principal is very hardworking. He's always got his nose to the grind. He's on top of things. He deals with the athletic directing, the behaviors, all that type of stuff. And so they have different personalities and different leadership styles, but they just seem to work really well together. And because of that, our building climate is fantastic. Compared to what I saw at the elementary level, it's just night and day difference. And so that really got me thinking about how an administrator can truly affect the well-being of the teachers, the well-being of the students, and how it just impacts everyone around them. And so that's kind of put me on the administrative train of thought, wanting to be a positive administrator to positively affect school climate. So that's a little bit about me and what I do, where I teach, and why I'd like to be an administrator.